supplemental stuff that people use in weightlifting, like straps and no straps and stuff like that. So let's start with that one. I think y'all said a question about knee sleeves, but let's get into straps on whether athletes should be using it, when to use it. Is it something that's necessary, not necessary? What are your kind of thoughts on that?
I don't know if I have different thoughts. I've heard a lot of different theories on it, from international lifters to coaches in the U.S., and I kind of developed my own way of going about it, I guess. So I do believe in straps. First off, straps save your grip. When you're doing weightlifting type volume training 5 days a week, 2 to 3 hours a day, you're taking a lot of lifts, and those bars can beat your hands up. So I do believe in straps to save your grip, especially early on in cycles where you're doing triples or, even upwards of, fives, it could be. So I do believe in using straps, because it can avoid the risk of your hands sliding out on the bar when you're doing multiple reps, or your hands getting beat up and you not being able to do your workout tomorrow or your workout 3 days from now. So I do believe in using straps. I also believe in it too. I wouldn't give it to a newer lifter. I would not tell a newer lifter to use straps until they're comfortable with bailing. Newer lifters, I don't believe, need to do it. Most newer lifters were probably not going to do high enough volume for you to need to do it. But it is good to help develop and keep good technique through these higher volume phases. So you're not focusing on your grip strength or your hands being beat up, and you can focus on a good pull, keeping it close, finishing without worrying about your hands, getting beat up. So I do believe in using straps. As for when to get rid of them, I kind of stick to the theory, and I use it for myself. I came from like a baseball background, so obviously baseball players, and I wrestled, we have really strong grip, and I also have big hands. So I get rid of my straps 3 weeks out. I start getting rid of them, or in the beginning of a peak. It depends how short the peak is. I'll start with just pulls to kind of build up my hands. I'll do, my snatch, not my dids, but my deadlifts, but my snatch pulls and my clean pulls. I'll get rid of the straps, in the start of the peak, and just use, the hook grip. And then after that, I go full on, no straps on everything. Because you're mostly doing singles anyway, doubles maybe. So it's really not going to beat up your hands. Plus, it'll get your hands used to hook gripping the bar. I don't believe the hook grip, using the hook grip often doesn't strengthen your hook grip. It gets you comfortable using the hook grip, but it's not going to strengthen your grip. Doing no hook stuff will strengthen your grip, or grip exercises will strengthen your grip. Not just no hooking the whole time will strengthen your grip. The reason we use the no hook is because our grip's not strong enough to hold a bar that's going to spin in our hand.
So the grip is a factor. Plus, I think it forces some technical changes too.
Exactly. So early on, I would use the straps. Understand when you're comfortable to bail, use them. And then in the beginning of a peak or a few weeks out, get rid of them. And that's kind of my theory on it, and that's kind of what I tell the team. I have lifters that will switch daily. They'll use the straps 1 week, and then the next week not use the straps, and that's comfortable for them. I've even gone the route of on my deloads not using straps. It's a deload week. It's not going to be heavy. It's probably low volume. So I'll even not use straps on deload weeks. I've done that. So I have another lifter who, totally got rid of the straps pretty much on any kind of lift and sticks with that because he wants to feel comfortable, which is fine.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's I think there's a benefit to learning how to properly use the straps, because, like you said, I don't want their limiting factor in if we're doing a snatch complex, but it's all from hanging positions. I don't want their limiting factor to be them being able to hold on to the bar.
Exactly.
And then if that becomes their limiting factor, they're probably going to end up kind of doing something weird in the lift anyways. So I think just being able to examine what the goal of that lift is, and then determine whether the straps are beneficial for that goal.
Yeah.
So, like you said, if the goal is to probably increase your grip strength, then you're probably going to program no hook something anyways.
Yeah.
Or just grip strength training. But if your goal is to progressively, increase weight or to try to get more explosive, if you're doing like a hang power snatch for a set of 5, we're probably trying to get you more explosive here. I'm not really worried about your grip, so put the straps on and be explosive.
Exactly.
And I do think that there's benefits to saving your hands, and that's why I think a lot of pulls are done with straps.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting around to the end of your workout where you've been, hook gripping and mashing on your thumb for 2 to 3 barbell movements already, and now you're over to pulls and you're mashing on your hands even more. Yeah, you can protect your hands a little bit by adding those straps. And to me, I think if we're doing pulls, especially if it's like a set of 5 or something like that, I want them to be able to pull as hard as they can on every single rep.
Yep.
So if they're like barely standing up their last rep because they're having trouble hanging onto the bar, then we're not getting any acceleration on the bar, and they're not pulling as hard as they should.
Yep.
So I think adding those straps to some of those volume pulls are beneficial too, because the athlete will actually try to pull harder.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is, a pet peeve of mine in pulls, when they don't pull like they're actually trying to snatch it.
Yeah, they go through the motions on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of the straps. I do like what you said, and I totally agree. I don't like beginners using straps, and not only for the safety of what to do if the bar goes back behind them, but also because they're usually not comfortable with the hook grip yet anyways.
Yep.
And they need to start hook gripping right from the get-go.
Yep.
Get comfortable with that. Go through the uncomfortable phases of hook gripping. You're not going to be moving that much weight, so to hook grip your 40, 50 kilo clean deadlifts is probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
And you're going to at least get your thumbs and hands kind of comfortable with that before we start trying to use the straps.